Alright. Alright guys, let's talk a little bit about angle properties. We're going to discuss these, and after we discuss them, then I'm going to give you some questions based on this idea. So the first angle property is this. 1. Adjacent angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Adjacent angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So if you look at this, what basically it looks like these three angles meet. And when the three angles meet, they form a what? When the three angles meet, they form a what? A straight line. Alright? Now the three angles meet at the what? The same point. Yeah. So we can say that the three angles have the same vertex. Alright? So adjacent angles are angles that have the same what? Vertex. So alpha, beta, and theta are three angles that have the same what? Vertex. Alpha, beta, and theta are adjacent angles. Now, adjacent angles on a straight line add up to what? 180 degrees. So alpha plus beta plus theta is equal to 180 degrees. Why? Because they are angles on a straight line. Number 2, angles at a point add up to what? 360 degrees. Alright? So here we have four angles A, B, C, D, and they meet at a what? Point. They're sort of like adjacent angles meeting at a point. These four angles add up to what? 360 degrees. They're angles at a point. Stay with me. Now, I want you to get used to this. Whenever you state an angle property, you need to also what? Whenever you use an angle property, you need to state it. Whenever you use an angle property, you need to what? State it. So if I'm telling the examiner that 1, 2, 3, 4 add up to 360 degrees, I need to tell him why. They add up to 360 degrees because they're what? Angles at a point. It's something to get used to. In many of these exams, what the examiner will literally say to you is he will say state given reason. You understand? Yeah. So the reason is the angle property. Alright. Now let's talk about vertically opposite angles. Whenever two straight lines meet so that they form an X, notice that the two straight lines meet and they form a what? X. The angles which are back to back, they are equal and they are called vertically opposite angles. Whenever two straight lines meet to form an X, the angles which are back to back are equal and they are called what? Vertically opposite angles. So what? A is equal to C, they are what?
Vertical opposite angles.
B is equal to D, they are what?
Vertical opposite angles.
So this is my shorthand version of it. If you like shorthand, you could use it. If you don't, you could write it out fully. And even when I write it out fully, I still use somewhat shorthand. Because this is the symbol for angle. Alright? Everybody should remember this. The three interior angles of a triangle add up to what?
180 degrees.
So alpha plus what? Beta plus theta is equal to what?
180.
They are the interior angles of a triangle. Now, the isosceles triangle, we need to be familiar with it. Now, an isosceles triangle is a triangle in which at least two of the sides are equal. An isosceles triangle is a triangle in which at least two of the sides are equal. Now, how do we indicate that the sides are equal? All these are we put what? Strokes on them. Put strokes on them. So this side and this side are what? Are equal. Alright? So this is a triangle in which two of the sides are equal. If you have a triangle in which two of the sides are equal, that triangle is an isosceles triangle. Ladies and gentlemen, the two equal sides of the isosceles triangle meet at the what?
Apex.
The two equal sides of the isosceles triangle meet at the
Apex.
Opposite from the apex is the what?
Base.
Now, the two base angles of an isosceles triangle are
Equal.
these two angles, they are called base angles, and the two base angles of the isosceles triangle are equal. So if this is like 15, this would also be what?
80.
You understand? The two equal sides meet at the opposite from the apex is the
Base.
the two base angles of an isosceles triangle are
Equal.
equal. So, alright, so next we're going to look at some questions based on these ideas.